And hello everybody, welcome to the Grove Show. I hope we can hear us. My name is Luco and this is Josh on this side.
Hey, remember, you're the fluffy banana.
Oh yeah, I'm the fluffy banana. And,
Yeah, you're the fluffy banana.
And there's Dr. Giggles.
Yep, that's me, and let us know if you can hear us. If you can't hear us, let us know. So if you can hear us, say yeah. If you can't hear us, say I can't hear you.
Well, if you can't hear us, then you can't say anything. Because you don't know.
Well, hopefully they're looking at us and realizing that we're not saying anything if we're not saying anything. Because how many times... As a matter of fact, with Costa Kev, we did that. We talked for like 15 minutes.
And nobody said anything.
Nobody said anything. Like, we can't... And then all of a sudden, like, oh, we can't hear you, or I didn't do something, or... I don't know. Let us know. I'm just waiting for people to see if anybody hears us. Can you hear us? Is anybody listening?
Well, looks like I can hear us.
Oh, you can hear us? Let us know. So if you can hear us, say yeah. If you can't hear us, say cam here.
What's a cam?
Hey, I don't know. What is a cam?
Well, if you can't hear us, then you can't say anything.
I don't know. Well, anyways, if you can't hear us, then we'll have to start over if somebody says they can't hear us. But anyway, on this week's episode, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of news, including that dumb girl that fell off a ride. We're going to talk about a death in the amusement park industry, different news, upcoming Six Flags New England event, also upcoming Ace events, and we're also going to talk about our amazing coaster trip from last week that included Busch Gardens, King's Dominion. It covered Knoebels, Hershey. All right, somebody can hear us loud and clear. That's good.
Woo!
And late compounds, and then a day off, and then went to Six Flags. So,
and I'm still recovering from that trip.
Yeah, I'm recovering, and then stupidly, and Luco knows what I did today. For those that know Jeremy well, he has ADHD pills. He takes Adderall, and he doesn't really want to take them. So I took one to see why he doesn't want to take it. But it has reverse effects. And I was walking around like a zombie space cadet, and I couldn't sit still. I actually kind of got a little high off of it, and it made me hungry where it doesn't make him hungry, and I just couldn't shut up. And I kept talking all day, and I couldn't stop walking. I kind of felt like I had ADHD for the day. So I don't want to take... I mean, it might help me in the long run to lose weight, but I don't know if I want to feel like that every day. Because I wouldn't be able to focus.
So how much did you actually eat today?
Well, before I took the pill, I ate some watermelon, some cantaloupe, and some bananas. And then after I went to PJ's to go shopping, which was around, by the time I was done, was like 4:30. I stopped at Dunkin' for another coffee, and then I had one of those chicken bacon ranch ciabatta sandwiches.
Nice.
And that's all I've eaten today. Oh, and I had 2 peanut butter covered pretzels.
Oh, the ones from Hershey?
Yes. Yes, and yes.
I'm surprised you still have those.
Jessica said the same exact thing. She says, I can't understand how they're still there. And I'm like, I don't really eat that much candy. I'm not a huge candy. I don't even know why I bought all that candy, because it's going to be sitting there a while. I might have to break it out during the cookout, because... I'm not going to eat all that.
Well, basically, you were like a kid in a candy store.
Exactly, and I couldn't help but... I mean, you saw me and Devin when we saw the peanut butter covered pretzels. You were like, oh! We got a little overly excited over peanut butter covered pretzels that you can't even find in the store. I've been to different stores to find them, and nobody has them.
Well, if you let Devin and Jeremy show up, you wouldn't be able to fill everything in the car.
Well, no. So, but... yeah, we'll start off with the death, Luco. Luco told me earlier. I didn't hear about it, really. How did you hear about it?
Well, everybody is posting it on Facebook. Knoebels posted it, and then a few of my friends posted it.
Well, I'm not exactly sure how many of you guys are familiar about Knoebels and the bumper cars. Now, if you see all the artwork of pictures of a guy, his name's Bumper Car Jack, He was, what, 89 years old. He was like the face of the bumper cars. I remember seeing him a few years ago. He must have retired or something because I haven't seen him in a while.
Well, they said since 2014 he wasn't full time at the park. He was just coming up once in a while.
And anyway, so Bumper Car Jack died. For those that were up until 2014 that were going on the amazing bumper cars at Knoebels would see this guy. The best. The only other bumper cars that kind of came close was up at in upstate New York. That's not there no more.
Hoffman's Playland.
Yeah, I don't even know I don't even know if the new people that bought all the rides set up the bumper cars.
Yeah, I haven't been there since. We have to talk to Wade. Maybe he knows.
Yeah, and see what happened. I mean, most of the rides are up in Albany, and so they didn't move too far. But yeah, that was the next bumper cars. I mean, there's a lot of bumper cars out there I like. Like, I like the ones down in Coney Island to bump your ass off.
Oh, yeah,
I like
those.
I like the ones on the cruise ship. Those are good. There's a few here and there that are good. Great, what do you call it? Rides Playland has some pretty decent bumper cars. I'm assuming Dave is preparing for Pintastic because he's bringing a whole bunch of machines, 6 to 8. I have no idea what the final number is, but he's bringing a bunch of machines down to the pinball show in Sturbridge, Mass. next week. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in this show. So he's taking apart machines and getting that ready and going to get ready to load the trailer up with a whole bunch of machines. So no Dave tonight, but he will be back.
Well, everybody go right now on Facebook and send a message to Dave and tell him that you miss him.
Yeah, if you know Dave, say, Dave, we miss you. We miss you, Dave. And then you can... and also, there's another thing I want to talk about, too, if we have time, is that Rhode Island Comic-Con, they keep releasing more and more awesome guests for that thing. They announced today Freddie Prinze Jr. I don't know if you know who he is, but he was the guy who played Fred in the Scooby-Doo movies. He's married to Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Nice.
And so he's going, and maybe his wife will go, because she's hot as hell.
Well, I'm looking forward to Weird Al.
I know, I'm so pumped about Weird Al. So, all right, so we'll get to that, too, because we'll go over the guests and all that stuff, too. We got to talk about that, Lugo. There's so many guests. I was showing Brandon when he was here a little while ago, and he was like, wow, that's a good lineup.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, so for those that know anything about Fun Spot in Kissimmee, Florida, they just opened up a brand new wooden coaster, and it's the only one in the state of Florida, a wooden coaster that goes upside down. It's called Mind Blower, and it looks fantastic. I'll actually hopefully get a ride on. Well, I am, because I bought the tickets when I go down in December, so I better use them to check it out. For those that haven't seen the trains, they look like a TNT. It looks something kind of like out of Looney Tunes. Like when you see the coyote going after what's his name there? The Beep Beep.
Yeah, the Roadrunner.
Yeah, that guy. It looks like something like that. And I mean, I've been seeing the videos that the park had been posting about it. It actually looks like it has some good airtime, plus the barrel roll thingy going on. Should be interesting because it's a wood coaster. It's not an RMC. It's a straight up wood coaster, and goes upside down. And I've never been on a true wooden coaster that went upside down. I've only been on the RMCs that kind of did that.
Well, I missed Son of Beast by only a few years.
Me too. Well, when did that close?
I think it was like maybe 10, 12 years ago.
Oh, then I missed it by probably 8, 10 years ago. I missed it by 8 or 10 years.
But I heard the loop was the best part of the ride. Everything else was rickety and rough.
Yeah, because didn't it used to be wood and then they changed it to steel, or was it always steel? I don't remember.
Well, they removed the loop after a while and then just added like a little trick track or something, and then they closed it all together.
And ripped it down.
Yep.
All right, so the next tidbit of news is Six Flags Great Adventure. They've been talking about a couple of years now about putting a solar farm to help the power issues at the park and all that. Help, conserve energy. And then these people were suing to get them to not build it, saying it was going to hurt the environment and blah, 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 because they had to cut down a whole crap load of trees. And then the judge just decided to toss it out. It got dismissed. So now Great Adventure can move on with their solar farm. Because they're going to upgrade their power because they're going to be at some point, because everybody heard the rumor that they're going to be adding a hotel there. And I don't know if you heard that, Lugo, but they said that they're going to add a hotel to...
Well, they've been talking about the hotel for at least the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, I think...
I'm still waiting for it to happen.
I think we're finally going to get closer to it now once they put the solar farm in.
Well, but that would be good because the nearest hotel to Great Adventure is at least like a 20-minute drive. So you
Yeah, there was
really
one...
stay anywhere.
One I stayed was near some Air Force base around there.
Yeah, there is one a little bit southern.
To me, that seemed quicker because it was more of a direct route. It was like, take a left, go down this road, take a right, and then you were there. It was a more direct route than like when you're a couple exits up or whatever, an exit up, trying to get around. So that'll be helpful. And God only knows what they're going to get next year. Because, I mean, this year they got the Justice League ride. And, Luco, did you see that CoasterCon presentation video from when they had the Six Flags CEO during CoasterCon speaking?
The one where they announced the new, well, not the rides, but what's going to be for next year, all the hits.
Yeah. And if you paid attention, they announced that the Justice League ride that's going in the Magic Mountain is going to be more enhanced than the other ones. And he said in the video, well, in the speech talking, the reason why was because they have more competition, meaning Disney and Universal. So I guess
Makes
that
sense.
one... But I think that all of them should have that kind of upgrade, at least going forward anyway.
Well, if it's something that can be changed to existing rides, they should do it.
Think about... this is, for once, Six Flags comes out with this amazing dock ride that they clone, and they're going to put it probably in every park, but... we talked about that cloning issue during the trip.
Yep.
We all understand why they're doing it. Do I agree with it? No, but I understand why. And Dave thinks I'm defending it, but I'm not. But I get it and he should get it too from a business standpoint. Every business isn't run the same, and I really think that. I do agree with Dave in some sense that it hurts the park because, and I've said this all the time, and I got to upload the video of me talking about it, the cloning thing.
You take a video?
Yeah, I made a video when Jessica was here for 2 weeks about it, and then I didn't have time to upload it. But what do you call it? Does it hurt the park? Yeah, because it makes everything the same. The only thing that's different is the coasters that have been in there before this cloning thing. That's the only appeal to get people to go. But people that have been on them may go, I don't want to go there anymore. Because now everything's the same, and then some people get rid of. You know what I'm saying?
Well, eventually in 20, 30 years, you won't have any of the older ones anymore. Everything will be the same.
Yeah, and it's going to suck. Oh, I've heard about that. I heard about the Great Escape accident, Coaster Box. We're going to talk about that near the end of the news and see if any more people pop in, and I can go on my rant about that, because I feel a rant coming on about that. I feel it in my bones. All right, so here's the next tidbit of news. It's a lot of controversy for Disney. We know every time there's an incoming president, what happens? Ever since Bill Clinton, all the presidents have spoke. Now Disney said that Donald Trump will have he will speak, and they're waiting for the White House to approve the script, because evidently the White House and Donald Trump don't like the script, I guess. So I don't know what's going to happen with it, but it was supposed to be opening up before 4th of July, and it's not going to happen, obviously, because they haven't even recorded his words. People have been trying to petition for Disney not to let him speak. But if you think about it, Bill Clinton spoke. He got impeached. He didn't lose his job, but he got impeached. You had what's his name? George Bush. He was a one-term president. Then you had George Bush. George Bush Sr. was first, then Bill Clinton. Then you got George Bush Jr. He was a complete idiot. We all know that. And then you had Obama, which I thought was another idiot. And so they let idiots speak. Out of all those presidents I did like Bill Clinton the best. I will say. I don't really hate to get political, but I like Bill Clinton the best out of those three.
But I think regardless if you like the president or not, he's the president anyway, so he should do the same like any other and just have a role at Disney.
Yeah, it all gets changed every year anyway.
Yeah, plus in 4 to 8 years you're going to have another president who again is going to speak again.
Yeah, if you look at, what do you call, you know how alright, as they say, the liberals, they're all about supposedly, like the Constitution, like the Republicans, and the liberals want all these rights and so on and so forth, just as the Republicans. But it's all the liberal, because people cannot stand Donald Trump. They want to take that freedom of speech away. I don't get it. It's like when I'm going to do this show. Technically, I'm not, because I belong to ACE. I'm not supposed to talk crap about a park or rides. And you know what? I'm willing to risk it all, and I'm willing to get kicked out when I say something stupid. Why? Because I don't sugarcoat it, and I don't care. One day I may get kicked out of ACE. It's almost happened once last year, and I'm sure they're watching every move I make. And I don't care.
Well,
they want to kick me.
I better move to the side.
Yeah, don't, no. My opinion is not your opinion, Luco. We all have different opinions. And I really wish Dave was on tonight so we can, when we start talking about the trip, it's going to be fun talk. It's going to be a fun talk. Especially the Knobles portion.
Yeah. Well, tell him to take a 10-minute break and join us.
Yeah, I know. So next in the Disney World, and I'm sure you remember this, Luco. I've been talking about a rumor about the France Pavilion, about Ratatouille clone ride coming. Well, the permits just got filed. So there's a section behind. There's an area that's not developed in the France area behind somewhere, and it looks like they're finally going to get it. Because it looks like after they get done doing Star Wars Land and all this other crap going, Toy Story Land and all that, Epcot's on the block to get a whole bunch of upgrades. Because when you look at it, Luco, Epcot is, I don't know when you first went to Epcot for your first time, but my first time at Epcot was in about 1994, and it was pretty cool back then. And then when I went in 2009, it was a shell of its former self, especially in the Future Land area. The countries have been the countries. They've always been the same. But it's like half the park is crap and half the park is the same, and the countries haven't been added, and it's this, it's that, da 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 da. It's kind of like it got stopped in time and they didn't know what to do.
Well, I was there in between 2000 and 2002, and I think most of the stuff in the future wasn't even working properly. Like the big car ride was closed, and I don't know what else was, but really what didn't impress me.
Yeah, it used to be cool back in the 90s. It's nothing now. It's kind of, so it needs love. And I still can't believe the amount of people that still go to Epcot. They get 10, 11, 12 million visitors a year for that.
Well, most people that don't really enjoy the rides, they just go for the atmosphere, for the different cultures and stuff, and food.
Well, plus, especially when they have the wine and food festival, that's a big hit there.
Yep.
And when I go to Epcot, when I went in the 90s, I didn't give a crap about the countries. I just wanted to go on rides. I was a teenager. I want to go on rides. I don't care about culture as a teenager. I don't know what the Apex talk is. Oh, you're talking about the Pawtucket Red Sox Coaster Box? I'm actually thinking about going to Edaville this summer, but of course I'll go next year for Kaplash. And yes, David, I saw you twice, chilling like a villain in Hershey. So yeah, that's the Disney World stuff. Luna Park, Coney Island, celebrated. And that's Luco's home turf. Uh, 90th birthday the other day. So Cyclone's getting old and still getting some love.
And it was weird seeing people in dressed up in suits and ties riding a coaster on the anniversary.
Well, because think about it, that's how it was back then. Back in the 20s and 30s, even the 40s, even I think up to the, late 50s and stuff. What do you call it? That's when people went to the parks and stuff. It was like dressing your Sunday best. That's how it was back then.
And still,
then,
people didn't have problem then with losing stuff on the ride or anything like that.
Yeah, and on top of that, people like our parents' generation kind of screwed everything up. Because once you started hitting the 60s, and your parents and my parents, they were young hippies. Probably drinking, partying, smoking the marijuana, doing mescaline, and, tie-dye shirts, and peace, love, and happiness, through the 60s, 70s, and out the window went your Sunday best. So it's a different world now. I mean, I would not want to go to the park in my Sunday best. I like a t-shirt and shorts myself.
Well, that's what my Sunday best is.
That's my everyday best. I don't have a Sunday best. People dress trashy nowadays. Yeah, people dress trashy. Wildcat's going to be opening any time now. I think they just have to put the chain on, and then it's done. Then it's got to do some testing. And I know Jerry Brick is a stickler for safety and testing. I think he does it more than most parks. He just wants to make sure everything's A-okay. Yeah, Dave, we fit on. Actually, Luco had to move from a middle seat to an end seat on Skyrush.
Yeah, they apparently did something to the sensors and they shortened everything. I don't know what happened.
I know, and I gotta start losing more weight. Maybe I'm just gonna keep taking Jeremy's pills. I mean, all the walking around I'll do, I'll just drop weight walking around like a crackhead all day.
Yeah, we should both take it before we go to Six Flags next time.
I'm gonna take his whole pill, his whole bottle.
At once?
No, I would probably die. That's an OD. Adderall, so you have to watch out with Adderall. That's an addictive drug, and that can mess you up. Like right now, I'm drinking a Mike's Lemonade. If the pill was still in my system, I'd be all messed up right now. Like I would be like crazy, like drunk high combination, slurring like crazy, probably headed falling on the keyboard. I'd be.
Well, that would be a perfect thing for a YouTube live stream.
Yeah, I know, me passing out and everybody making fun of me.
Yeah, we just zoom into your face.
Yeah, there you go. San Antonio SeaWorld Wavebreaker opens. During CoasterCon, people were kind of like, eh. And even people, the general public were like, eh. I think people were expecting more than what it was. I've seen the video. I can't really you can never go based on a video, leave an opinion. Because that wouldn't worry you. That was the exact thing. I looked at it and went, oh, this looks kind of crappy. And then when I wrote it, I was like, whoa. Kind of blew my mind. So I can't really make an opinion on it until I actually ride it. But everybody's opinion seems to be the same. Like, all the promotional videos show it swerving through water and it looks like a thrill ride. And it's more of a family ride than a thrill ride. So it's not all crazy. And it's an Intamin and it's a launch. Hey, this one might make you happy, Luco. You know that mall complex by the Giants and Jets Stadium that's on a standstill in construction?
Yeah, that's been sitting there for almost 10 years.
Well, the American Dream, the people that own the Mall of America, got all their ducks in a row, got all their financing to go, and can now finish construction on the mall, the amusement park, the whole shebang. And it's going to be opening in 2019. So they finally got everything to go. It's billions of dollars, dude. Billions.
Yeah. Well, I hope they're gonna keep the indoor skiing area.
I think they're keeping everything that they said they were going to keep.
Cause you don't see those around here. You
No,
can
you
go
gotta
skiing
usually-
in the summer.
Well, you gotta, what do you call it? You gotta, go to like Japan and stuff like that for the indoor skiing.
Yeah, or Dubai.
Yeah. Oh, DJ Dog rode the Wave Breaker. He goes, it wasn't what I expected.
Well, was it better or worse?
Yeah, DJ Dog, was it better or worse? He said he rode it 3 times. So I don't know if he likes it or he doesn't like it. I don't know. He's going to be the judge of that and let me know. All right, so the next tidbit of news has to do with Six Flags New England. The 4th Fest starts July 2nd. Go to the 4th. Bring a can of Coca-Cola product along with the admission of a season pass. With admission or a season pass to receive exclusive ride time. You get a special wristband to enter the park 1 hour early from 9:30 to 10:30. Visit our table located at the main gate. Hey, kitty! I got a
Meow.
kitty friend. Hey, I got a meow. I got a meow meow.
Hey, Onyx, where are you?
Hey, kitty, I got a kitty. She's purring too. So on July 2nd, you can enjoy access to Wicked Cyclone, New England Sky Screamer, Superman the Ride, Gotham City Gauntlet, Pandemonium, Stampede Bumper Cars, and Scrambler. On July 3rd, you get Wicked Cyclone, New England Sky Screamer, Superman the Ride, Gotham City Gauntlet, Catwoman's Whip, Scream, and Thunderbolt. On July 4th, they're going to open Batman, Mind Eraser, Teacups, Gotham City Crime Wave, The Joker, Buzzsaw, and Fireball. So that's what that. I didn't write down all the other stuff. I've been posting about it on SFNE Online's Facebook, The Grove Show Facebook, my Facebook, for all the other events. There's fireworks every night at 9:30. There's all kinds of events going on. Hi, kitty.
Meow.
Hi, kitty. Want to purr in the microphone? Can you hear the cat purr?
No?
Well, yeah. Go down there.
Here you go.
Sounds like somebody's in my house.
Hey, there's a cat show.
Oh, yeah, somebody's here.
I have my cat on.
My kids are here. I thought they were staying at my parents' house. All right, get the cat, please, and be gone. Yeah, I'm doing my show. You're interrupting the Grove Show, the almighty best show on the planet.
Yes, and Fluffy Banana's here.
And the Fluffy Banana's on the show, too. All right, monkey, go beat your chest and your meat upstairs. All right, come on, stop. Lucas says hi.
Hello.
So yeah, you can check all the information. If you're gonna go, it's gonna be busy all weekend up to the 4th. So if you go, it was a little worse than I thought. It was gonna actually feel like a jet ski. Yeah, like I said, a lot of the rides that they've been coming out with, especially SeaWorld, they're trying to change their what do you call it? They're trying to change their image, especially after what do you call it? After all the Shamu crap from PETA, whatever the hell they are.
So it looks like they're gonna become another Six Flags or Cedar Fair parks instead of like water animal stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna back off from the animal stuff, and then they're gonna have to be putting in rides and stuff, and then they're gonna have to really push the whole envelope to try to get people back on board with the animals. But for now, for the next few years, you're just gonna see rides.
But I think for them more fitting would be to put water rides more than regular rides.
Well, yeah, I mean, next year, Orlando SeaWorld's getting the Rapids ride. Makes sense for them. So, I mean, like I said, it is what it is. And we'll see how that progresses, because right now they're in the tank. Their stocks are falling. Basically, like, the sky's falling on them right now.
But that means it's a good time to go and get a special deal to get into the park.
Yeah, because everything's still running and operating. So, I mean, you go with the if you got a season's pass, like a platinum pass that gets you to all the parks. It's still a good deal to have that. But even if you didn't, the tickets are still in a good what do you call it? They're at a good price because they're trying to get people back. So the only way to do that is they got to start over from fresh. They got to hit the reset button.
Yep.
And now I just saw in my email. I didn't really read it. They're doing some kind of experience with the orca whales. I mean, you can't go in the water, but they're gonna private tours. Like how you could do a private tour with a beluga whale, yeah, or the dolphin or whatever. And there's a private thing you could do with the orca whales to get the, how they do things. But they're also in the crapper because the federal government wants some kind of papers. They want some report to something. So,
let's hope for the best.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to see SeaWorld going because the people don't realize this. I mean, besides that they were born in captivity stuff, but biologists and all these people that work with animal, microbiology and all that stuff, and all the stuff with animals that they can't get to in the ocean to observe and do all, do all these tests and do all this research they can't do in the wild. They have SeaWorld, and SeaWorld provides that. There's stuff they learn about animals that they wouldn't have been able to do in the wild. So it's a win-loss for everybody. The last tidbit of news that I got is it looks like there was a rumor I saw on Screamscape about Blizzard Beach at Walt Disney World Water Park. It looks like they're starting to do some clearing behind the water park, and it looks like a big expansion is coming to that finally. And I think that's got to do with Volcano Bay. I mean, think about it. They didn't really have any competition until Universal stepped up the game. What happened when Universal stepped up their game with Harry Potter? Now Disney's going to step up their game. I have to say Mako because I haven't rode Lightning Rod. So I'm thinking because of Volcano Bay, now they're going to get the water parks on point, which is going to be good because I've never been to Blizzard River, and I like to see the other one there, Typhoon Lagoon, get some upgrades. Even though I went there and I thought it was fantastic. I think the water slides are ride time's too short. It kind of left me wanting more. I kind of going, is that it? Kind of want a little more out of it.
It would be nice if they can actually combine both parks and make it into one huge water park.
I mean, how close are they?
I'm not even sure. I'll have to look at the map.
Because, I mean, if they're close, it could be done. If there's some open space in between, they can just keep expanding into each other.
Yeah, keep pinching together.
Hey, Luco! Look what I just found.
Whoa!
Remember I said I was looking for some? There was some sitting right here.
Well, you needed some last week.
Yeah, I know. Well, I got some there. I know I got a whole bunch that you gave me for the Christmas and stuff in a bin that's in my basement. And I think I know which bin it is, maybe. It's on the other half that I haven't cleaned out yet. But, yeah, so, all right, oh, wait, I gotta go over the Six Flags Great Escape retard. Ooh, I said a bad word that people don't want to hear. Ooh, political correctness. Anyway, so Six Flags Great Escape. This dumb 14-year-old falls out of a sky ride, which is basically like a ski lift ride. The more they find out about it, the girl was kicking branches and then went a little too far and somehow slipped out under. They did inspections, investigations, and found nothing wrong absolutely with the ride. The ride was functioning properly, and then they're like, oh, an heroic guy saves girl. They should have let that girl splatter on the pavement to let her realize you mess around on a ride, and that's what happens. It's human error.
And somebody even said the guy that was trying to catch her hurt his back or something.
Yeah, so if I was the guy, I would sue the girl. Because now the girl isn't the family of the girl and the girl are not cooperating with authorities, and they lawyer it up. So now they're going to go and try and sue Great Escape for something she did. It's going to all come out, and the lawsuit's going to get tossed out. Because The amusement park did everything they did to put that person on the ride. They stopped the ride when they found out that something was going on, and then, like an idiot, she was hanging. People saved her. If it was me there, I would have just walked on by, stood by, and go, "I hope you splat." I know it sounds wrong, but if I see somebody doing something stupid like that, I am not saving an idiot. It's time to thin the herd. And it's definitely, I'm telling you, they should have let the girl splat. Teach the dumb bitch a lesson. You know, she could have died for doing something. Oh, I want to kick a bush, so I'm going to stretch down. Whoops, slid out. The park is not at fault.
Well, now they're gonna add like extra bars and the seat belts and everything else on the ride.
Or they're going to rip it out.
Could-
Or because, because think about it, there's not much you can do to that ride. There really isn't much more safety features you can put on that ride. There really isn't. The only thing you can do is make it like a ball, like the one that was at Six Flags New England, or like at Great Adventure when you're all barred in and all that. That's not that type of ride. You can't really do that. You'd have to totally modify all the cars. That ride's probably not worth the money to spend on. If they got to spend money to put all these extra safety features on, kiss that ride goodbye. They're not going to keep that ride because realistically, how many people really ride it to make it worth it? Include the maintenance budget on it, and is it really worth it? I don't know.
It's an old classic ride.
Yeah, so wasn't the one at Six Flags New England. Look how that turned out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I wanted the one at New England because that was a good one. That actually came from Coney Island. And, it's a shame when parks rip out rides. I hate when rides get ripped out, whether they're good or sucky. It's just that you lose something. And we know how a lot of parks, they take the spot and don't fill anything for a couple of years.
Either that or they fill it with something even worse.
Yeah. Coaster Box asks, do you think lake compounds will get a B&M invert that will go over the lake, something like Great Beer at Hershey Park?
Well, I don't think they want to mess up with the lake.
I don't even know if they could build in the lake. You know what I mean? Like the boat thing, that's one thing. People could swim in it at one time, that's another thing.
Well, even the Great Bear at Hershey, it goes over the lake, but all the supports are on the ground level. They're not in the lake.
Yeah, and I don't know what they can and can't do with that. I don't know if the town will... it's their property, but I don't know...
I would rather have them go up in the mountains.
Yeah, I think they should be building on the mountains versus... if they want to come down, kind of like Verbolten over the lake.
Yeah.
Something like that would be cool. People are running because they want 2018 announcements to be surprise.
People are running where?
Yeah, where they... Oh, John Duffy's coming, running steps. I have no idea. Oh, isn't John Duffy he works for Six Flags. Is that the CEO?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, we already know that Six Flags is getting 5 firsts.
And record breakers or something like that. They're probably stepping up because if you think about it, this year they didn't really, rides wise, there wasn't really a lot to be like, wow, Actually, I don't really think of anything that was wow. You had a bunch of Jokers, you had a bunch of Justice League. Justice League's a wow. The Joker's just like a unique thing that's not a wow. It's cool, but it's not a wow,
Well, did they build anything big in the West Coast?
Well, West Coast is getting...
the big Justice League.
They're getting the big Justice League. Texas, Fiesta Texas got the water roller coaster thing. Over Texas got a Joker. I don't know what Discovery Kingdom got. Mexico got a new water park. They might have gotten a flat ride or something. St. Louis, I have no idea what they got. I know America got the Lasso of Truth. the Skyscreamer. Somebody's got the, the fucking pendulum. Whoa, it's that for it.
Uh-oh.
The pendulum ride. They call it Lasso of Truth.
Hi, Devin.
Like a frisbee, giant frisbee.
Like the King's Dominion one?
Something like that, or like maybe like a giant version of Tomahawk.
Okay.
There's a bigger version than Tomahawk.
But still with the inside seating, not the outside.
Yeah, I don't remember which one that they got. And then Great Adventure got Justice League. We got a Joker up here. Great Escape got some water park stuff. Yeah, and I don't think LC's company, the company that owns LC, Lake Compounds, owns Kennywood, Santa's Village, Lake Compounds. They own some other stuff. They're not a huge company. I don't think they have big buku bucks. Even though they spent I think it was $10 million on Phobia, something like that. 10, 12 million on Phobia. So they got money, but they don't got money.
I think they also own some other non-theme park stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing upgrades and stuff like that. I mean, Lake Compounds this year didn't get any attractions. They got a whole new trains for Wildcat. They got a whole bunch of retracking. Boulder Dash got rid of the triple up and got a nice spot for it. A replacement instead of the triple up. So they're doing park improvements, which parks should do it. They don't have Disney money or Six Flags money or Cedar Fair money, so they can't always put attractions in every year. I get that. And supposedly, what do you call it? Kennywood's supposedly getting an RMC next year. Supposedly. I don't know what the deal is with that, but supposedly that's what's going on. And, so yeah. Give Canopy Lake a chance Hyper GTX at 80 feet, because that's the height limit. Oh, it's a Zamparella Discovery is what Six Flags Discovery Kingdom got. Oh, okay. I can't believe I kind of remembering things. My brain's mush today. It is mush. So all right. So let's talk about this trip, and then we'll get into the other upcoming events. So last second, actually, day of trip to leave, we were going to leave at 6 a.m. on Saturday, and something said, let's leave at midnight. So I went home after work, I slept, and...
Yeah, like any normal people, let's leave at midnight.
Well, no, I went to sleep at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, woke up about 10, 11 o'clock at night, and, what do you call it? Then we took off at midnight, and we listened to the Insane Clown Posse audiobook for the ride down, actually the whole trip. 26 hours that book is. Holy crap, we listened to the whole thing.
Yep, we spent 26 hours in the car.
That's ridiculous. Oh, that's right, yeah, they don't own Santa's Village, they own Storyland. Lake Compounds Company. But in any case, so we went down, we just drove straight down to Busch Gardens and spent the day there. And it was hot. It was hot a lot last week. It was really hot and rainy.
Yep, hot and wet.
So I mean, we got all our rides in. We had a blast at Busch Gardens. We got to ride Invader, and as promised, it was not a thrill ride. It is a family coaster. It has a little bit of floaty air to it. A little fun layout. My favorite part of it was once you get off the lift hill, the little dip down, up, and then dip down the hill. That was really my favorite part of the ride. I mean, it was a fun coaster, but it wasn't an airtime beast. And people loved the ride. I saw people cheering for it. People loved the ride. And I mean, it did what it wanted. I mean, if you're looking for a thrill ride, you're looking in the wrong spot. It's a fun little coaster.
It's a nice coaster and perfectly fits the area it's in around the log flume, and they really use the area nicely.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't believe they fit that size coaster in that spot. Because like you said, with the log flume there, you had to intertwine that ride with the log flume. So it looks like they're not going to be getting rid of that log flume anytime soon. I mean, probably not after all that refurbishment they did to it.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good log flume too.
Yeah, I like that log flume. Except I noticed that some of the effects in that shack thing were not working.
Hmm.
The buzzsaw thing's supposed to spin, and some things were supposed to happen. The first time, I think last year, they had it all done working. Well, the year before, and it was working, and now it's not.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened then.
Either they didn't turn it on or it broke, and they just didn't care. I have no idea. And then we went back to Busch Gardens the next day. And then, because that was the day we were officially meeting up with Dave and Jody and Cadence. And then we rode, and then it was really hot. And then we rode everything, and then we bailed out. Did it rain that night? No, it didn't rain that night. It was really ridiculously hot.
Well, it rained on the day before and it rained the day after.
Did it rain when we were there? On Saturday? I don't remember.
I think it did for a little bit.
I don't even remember anymore.
I know it rained the day before because while we were waiting for the Tempesto ride,
Oh, yeah, that's right. We were on the Tempesto.
and it closed down for a while. I think we spent a good maybe 45 minutes there in the station.
I mean, what else were you going to do? The whole park was shut down. So I'll just stay dry in the line of Tempesto.
Yep. And listen to the announcement the whole time.
Josh, did you meet Taylor Bybee? Who the hell is that? I have no idea who Tyler Bybee is.
Never heard.
And Coaster Box, for your... I mean, nobody knows if Justice League is ever going to come to the New England, but it's not going to be due to the permits of the Dark Knight Coaster. Since then, they got the old mayor back, and that mayor and the town and Six Flags have a way better relationship than they did during that mess of the Dark Knight Coaster. Plus new management, new people running the company. So things are a little bit different, better. No, I didn't meet anybody from Coaster Studios, not that I know of. So yeah, it was a great trip. So we went to King's Dominion, and it was hot, scorching. Hey, you're on the Grove Show. Wait,
Hey,
say hi.
come say hi.
Hello. Yeah, that's my father. He's a coaster nut too.
Hi, Daddy.
Lugo says hi.
Hi, I just saw all his likes about fishing.
Oh yeah, I went on a liking spree.
Oh, and yeah. Oh, I know it has something to do with the show. One day, maybe in a couple days, you got to look at Devin's ceiling fan. I think there's a short or something because one time it was tripping the breaker, and then when we were turning one switch, like the TV, the Xbox, we turned the lights on it, and then when we turned the fan on, it went psst, sparks were flying out of it. So I told Devin, don't hit that switch until we fix it, because it kept popping the breaker.
Well, maybe on Saturday I'll come a little early.
So either you got to check the wiring on both ends. It's either the fan's bad or the wires came loose or something. Maybe Devin threw something at the fan or whacked it, and
Yeah.
him and his yelling sprees, getting pissed.
Okay, so back from the
You gotta
commercial
look at
break.
the video of Jeremy.
What?
You gotta look at the video of Jeremy.
Oh, you put online?
Hmm.
Uh-oh.
He caught the biggest fish today and the littlest fish.
Oh, God. I'll have to look at that video. But, oh, yeah. So, anyway,
Where were we?
We went to King's Dominion. And it was hot there, too. We left at, 3, 4 o'clock? Something like that?
Yeah, when it started to get dark and rainy,
And we stayed at the hotel in the parking lot, and then...
because we got downpoured while we were eating burgers, and then at a little break we went out.
Yep, and we're like, oh, we'll go back. And then when we went out to Waffle House, then it poured rain. Ooh.
Nice.
And then they closed the park by the time we came back. So no night rides for us.
At least the hotel was right next to the park, so you can see it.
Yeah, walk right out the door, you can see everything. Who the hell's Clorox bleach?
That's a
There's
person.
somebody. That's a person. Clorox bleach. Someone likes Clorox bleach.
Awesome. Can they come over and clean my place?
Yeah, Clorox bleach. Clean my house. I don't know who you are, but you got bleach, so come bleach my house. Bleach the tile, bleach the floor, bleach the children.
Hi, Jeremy. You want a hug?
And so yeah, then we went to. Oh, then we drove to Knoebels. And I will agree with you, Luco, on one thing about Knoebels. The price on the ticket is a little high. $47 for an all-day ride bracelet, and then the second day I actually tallied up every time we were in a ride whatever the ticket price was, and it took a while to hit the $47. That wasn't an easy task.
Well, consider that with all the parks that we hit that week, that was the highest price we paid.
Yeah, because we paid what, $38?
Because that's the only one that didn't offer any discounts either.
Yeah, they don't have any discounts. Well, I mean, if you think about in a business sense, I understand why they do it, but as a coaster fanatic, I wish they didn't do it. I mean, in a business sense, they're a small park. They're not owned. They're not a corporate entity. So most of the money that they spend on rides and stuff is money that they've accumulated over a couple of years. You know, I think they took a loan out on impulse, so they got to pay that loan back.
Yeah.
So how else are you going to pay that loan back? By you got to raise your prices.
Well, I don't know how much was last year for the all-day wristband.
I don't think they raised it. I think it's been 47 for a couple of years now. I don't know. I mean, I get why.
Usually, I go in the early spring or October for Fun Fest, so I don't even know what the regular prices are.
Well, now you know what the regular price is.
Yeah.
$47. But if when you go in, I mean, if we went earlier in the spring, but then it was hard to plan a trip because then you can't.
Well, I think even a week before they were offering a buy one get one offer.
Damn, we should have went a week before.
Like, I think like the 11th or 12th or something.
Oh, I couldn't even go that week anyway.
Yeah, you were busy.
Yeah, I was busy having anxiety attacks. And and then we went to Hershey. And then that was hot. It was just hot. Well, every day was hot.
Yeah, except the day we went in the water park.
Oh yeah. And then we went back to Knoebels. But Hershey, we rode the updated chocolate ride, bought a bunch of candy, rode everything. Devin finally popped his Hershey cherry.
And we did 2 out of 3 drop towers, and then we got rained out on that one too.
Yeah. I can't believe the airtime you get out of them bad boys. They're powerful little coasters. Little coasters, drop towers.
Yeah, the middle one's powerful. I can only imagine the big one.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I feel like I was going to fly out of the damn thing. It was awesome. And I couldn't believe at Hershey that they let Cadence ride the log flume there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big ride for an almost 2-year-old. And she liked it. She went, yay!
And she got a picture of it.
Yep, there's proof. And then at Knoebels, she rode the whip. I mean, to us, it's really not that much. But if you put yourself down to her size, that's kind of a big deal.
It is. I see Jeremy's dancing behind you.
I don't even see him. Where is he? Is Jeremy down here? Oh, would he go under the... Oh, he's hiding under the machine. Oh, there he is. Trying to be the star of the show?
Again.
Hi!
Again?
Hello.
What's up?
I still want to know
Hi.
who Clorox bleach is. And I want to know if Clorox bleach will come bleach my house.
Yeah.
They have not answered that important question. Damn, people don't answer the important questions. So yeah, overall, trip was great. Kids were actually good. They didn't really give me much crap. A couple times, but not like usual. And it was the first Knoebels trip that I've ever taken them on, and no baloney. Can you imagine that, Luco?
No spam and no baloney.
Nope. No arguing in the ride lines. Jeremy actually behaved. Didn't have to, like, kill him almost.
What?
He's all grown up.
That's right.
Yeah, so, hey, you know what? It works. If he can keep doing that all the time, I'll like that. So, overall, great trip. I had a lot of fun. We always have fun. A lot of cool discussions, talks, fun to be had. Lots of rides to ride. Food to eat. It was good. Anyway, we're going to work, me and Luke are going to work on a video and we'll post it up. So before we go, I want to talk quickly about two events, and then I'll quickly talk about two upcoming Ace events, and then we'll get out of here. One is Rhode Island Comic Con. I pulled up the guest list, the celebrity guests. Rhode Island Comic Con is just like a tiny version of like big Comic Con, but the guests alone made me. I only bought the tickets because Norman Reedus was going, and Norman Reedus plays Daryl on The Walking Dead. That was why I was like, oh, I gotta meet him. Da 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 da. Now they got David Bautista, Dolph Lundgren, Val Kilmer, the robot guy from Rogue One, Beverly D'Angelo, Sting the Wrestler, Gene Simmons from Kiss, Weird Al Yankovic. If you remember Mossy Dossie from Married with Children. The chicken lady from next door. She's going to be there. Anthony Michael Hall from the National Lampoon Vacation movies. Bret the Hitman Hart Wrestler. The almighty and hot, I would love to bang Brittany Daniel that was in Joe Dirt. I told Jessica that. I'm like, I wish I could, I was like, oh, I would love to if I had the opportunity. Dana Barron, which was one of the... Anthony Michael Hall's sister in National Lampoon's Vacation. Some musician called Dave Ellefson, I don't know who the hell that is. Chuckles the Clown. Some chick from NCIS New Orleans, some black chick. CCH Pounder. Wow, that's like a dirty name. Pounder. Dave Della Rocco from Boondock Saints. A couple guys from Super Troopers. George Windette from Cheers, some crappy Power Ranger people, Joey Fatone, the Asian kid from Goonies. I
don't think he's a kid
what's
anymore.
his name? On Walking Dead.
That's Gene.
Oh, Eugene from Walking Dead, Josh McDermott, Judge Reinhold, Lou Ferrigno that played the Incredible Hulk, another guy from Super Troopers, RoboCop, the guy who played RoboCop, Rob Schneider, which is was in Grown Ups, Deuce Bigalow, Saturday Night Live, Robert Hayes from Airplane, the guy who played Flash Gordon, Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings and the Goonies.
I think Jeremy's all pumped up.
Sean Patrick Flannery, which also in Boondock Saints, and he was in Saw movies.
He was?
Yep.
I know.
Who, this guy?
I know who that
Steve Blum, Cowboy Bebop, Legend of Korra, and Ben 10.
I know he was
Crappy Power Ranger people. Steve Gutenberg from Police Academy. 10 McGinley, which was he was in Revenge of the Nerds. He was also in Married with Children, the chicken lady's second husband.
Whoa.
In Married with Children. And those are there's other guests, like people that I don't know who watches Gotham or Stranger Things, some other Highlander and other crap. There's people I have no idea, like Jason Isaacs. He was in Harry Potter, Peter Pan, Brotherhood. And then somebody named Justin Roiland that's in Rick and Morty, Gravity Falls, and Fish Hooks. And somebody named Michael Coulter, which is in Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and The Good Wife. I don't even know who that dude is. I wouldn't spend no money on him.
I've seen things on Netflix about the movie.
Matter of fact, I'm looking up photo ops to see if they put one up for Weird Al yet. Show me Weird Al. Show me Weird Al. Show me Weird Al. Where are you, Weird Al?
He's weird.
How you doing,
And
buddy?
he's Al.
How you doing, Luca?
Oh wow. He's cheap.
And that's
Now, how cheap is cheap?
$60.
Each?
No, you're allowed so many people, like a group.
No, but like you get an autograph in a picture, or is it 60
No,
each?
that's the professional one. Like I paid for Daryl.
Okay.
The one for Daryl was $110 that I paid for. That's not at his booth. That's like with a setting and stuff in a room.
Oh,
And
nice.
you're going. Maybe he'll fondle you. I don't know.
what?
I gotta buy the Weird Al one. $60. Hell to the a lot of swear words in the yes.
I've already.
You can do a Goonies
I haven't
duo.
seen
You can do Super Troopers.
haven't seen-
You can do the trio from National Lampoon's Vacation photo. There's a lot of crap. So just go to Rhode-IslandComicCon.com and you can go hang out. Now the other one that I want to talk about, I'm going to type in right now. Get out of here, you fruit.
I ain't no fruit. You're the fruit. Fruity, fruit.
I'm looking up Pintastic real quick. Everybody knows, as you can see in the background, I have pinball machines, and I love pinball. So anyway, next week, from July 6th to the 8th, Sturbridge Host Hotel, Sturbridge, Mass, pinball show. You can see what games are coming in. There's a vendor hall where you can buy parts. You can buy some machines in there. You can buy machines in the free play area. There's people that are speaking, like people who do game art, people who make games. And if you go to the Jersey Jack seminar, there's always free pizza. So you need to go to the Jersey Jack seminar and get pizza. So you listen to the guy who makes Wizard of Oz and Hobbit and the new Dialed In, and then you get pizza.
Pizza.
And then they have the VIP tickets that we bought. And Luco, I gotta remind you, and you gotta remind me that you need to send me the printout thing so I can get you a lanyard and crap.
Oh yeah.
Drop it.
While you're on your way in, I'll get it early and then I'll put it in the room. But yeah, so matter of fact, they have the yo-yo guy and the fire juggler, that same guy that was at Six Flags last year. That's gonna do the same thing there.
Oh
You can-
really?
Yep. And then remember that skinny, goofy-looking guy that was playing with the fire outside? Was
Okay.
juggling fire, that guy. And he was inside the magic show playing with yo-yos, doing yo-yo tricks. That guy. They got remember the balloon animals that we were having too much fun with last year?
Yeah.
Well, we can have fun with those again. They got face painting and character artists and friendly clowns, and it's all included. They're gonna have beer girls, and you can buy pints of beer or whatever. But where's the prices? Well, buy passes. I think.
I think we should all get like a face painted and then do a video.
Yeah, I think the VIP. Oh no, they still have. I know it's very limited, but they have the 3-day adult pass, which is $85 for all weekend. You get all kind of T-shirts and all kinds of crap. Oh yeah, there's a free dinner buffet in the after party that you
Nice.
missed out on. That you missed out on, because you let Jeremy control your life and not let you do anything fun. You missed out on food.
Good.
And I know you love food, and it was delicious food.
But I can't handle any more food. I need to get rid of it.
No. You need to have food. The hell with Jeremy. If Jeremy wants to sit in the room and be a sourpuss, let him sit in the room. There's fun to be had. There is
Hi,
food.
Jeremy.
There's food to eat. There's pinball to play. There's people to listen to speak. There's free food. More free food. And more free food.
I like that.
And more pinball. It's crazy. Utilize your pass, Luco.
No, just sit in the room and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, how do you go? Get out of there. Oh, Luco, listen to me. I know you're my friend, and I know you love Jeremy like he's your own kid. But for the life of God, enjoy yourself, not in a room. You can't. Why do you want to sit and lay on a bed when there's so much cool things going out in the world? There's gonna be sexy beer chicks, not beer like that idiot wearing a mask. I'm talking like sexy girls
Naked.
serving beer. Come on, Luco. I know you want to look at a sexy girl with her boobs hanging out. If
Yeah,
you don't,
like-
I do.
Little juggle motion and up and
Wait.
down.
Remember when we went to the sex expo and we paid like $10 for you to juggle some girls' tits, boobs? Oops.
I think
This is
tits
getting
is
a little-
okay.
Boobs, whatever. You were juggling. We paid. And then remember she had like a star on her nippies.
Oh yeah,
I mean, there's pictures on Facebook that prove that.
but you know that star made it a PG.
Yeah, it was a PG booby grab. And she consented because she took our money.
Yep.
Because I remember me, Tony, and May kicked in and paid for you to grab that girl's boobies. See, Luco, I think I got you figured out, Luco. I really do. You play off this like you don't really like guys or girls or anything, and you play the I don't know what I like card, and then you get to grab boobs, you get to see naked chicks, you get to walk in them on the shower, and when you do,
And I get to walk to them on the toilet too.
yeah, because you've seen Jessica on the toilet quite a few times. And you always have a smile ear to ear every time you do. So I'm calling out your BS. I'm calling you out. I think you're trying to score chicks. And you might not be good at it, and you're trying to get somebody to kind of slide one your way.
Nudge.
Them trying to nudge them. This is all live on the show.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody.
I gotta
Okay. And I'm over here talking dirty
And
on a
it's
PG
10
show.
And it's 10:15.
That's all right. We're having a good time.
Yeah, we got all night.
Yeah, we got all night. What do you got to do? People got to... Oh, Clorox bleach has got to go. Clorox bleach, you never answer me if you would bleach my house and clean my floors and clean my toilets. You got to bleach them. So anyway, before we go, that was that. Fantastic. I think it's like, I don't even know how much the ticket is for a day. It doesn't even say. All I see is, general passes, click here. Thursday's $15, Friday's $20, and Saturday's $20. So what, $55 for each day, unless you buy the cool VIP pass, which gets you like posters and T-shirts and cool things like that. Plus, the guy who made the logo for Pintastic actually did the logo of Ghostbusters. If you can see that, he did all the hand-drawn artwork that made it on the machine. And he's going to be there to do autographs. He's got a seminar and all that cool stuff. So I'm going to check that out. This year is going to be all about seminars and swimming in the pool and playing some pinball, and
Yay.
checking out the beer girls.
Yay.
Because that's what I want to do, I guess.
I guess Jessica's not coming.
Even if she was coming, I would still do the same thing. It's
She'll probably join you into looking at it.
yeah, I know, because she's kinky. Like she likes gay porn.
I hope she doesn't watch the show.
She does sometimes. I have no idea. Like sometimes she does. I'll have to tell her after the show that we were talking about her. About her sitting on the toilet and gay porno and how I want to look at beer chicks. I mean, the cool thing in the relationship we have like that, it's a loving relationship, and we window shop. She's like, oh, this guy's like really hot. And I'm like, this girl's really hot. I would like the da-da-da-da-da-da. And she'd be like, this guy's hot. I love the da-da-da-da-da. And nobody gets jealous. Nobody gets mad. That's the perfect relationship.
Excellent.
You can talk about whatever. I want to go look at beer girls. I told her, I said, I will pay for the photo op for that hot chick, Brittany Daniels. I said, I would be drooling all over her. She's like, oh, I might want to go hang on Batista. Go hang on Batista. I'll go play with Brittany Daniels.
There you go.
This is naughty. I like this. But if anybody does want to go to Pintastic next weekend, let me know. We can hang out. If anybody wants to go to Rhode Island Comic Con, that's November 10th through the 12th. And let us know. We can hang out. I got a whole weekend VIP pass. I got the Flash pass. So we can skip line. Well, you can't skip line unless you got a Flash pass.
Flash pass.
I love the Flash. You know what? The only thing I've cared about was seeing who was coming to the show. And then looking to see how much, like, photo ops and autographs and prices and stuff. That's all I care about. I'm going to spend so much money at this thing. I might have to, like, sell a pinball machine to pay for it all.
Yeah, take a loan.
Yeah,
Sell one of your kids.
Yeah. So Luca, let me add before I do the last two upcoming Ace events. Is there a flyer coming soon for the two New York events at Rise and Coney Island?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, it was supposed to be out already, but since I was away on vacation, I couldn't do it. So I'll have to do it in the next couple of days.
Oh, so you have the information and the go-ahead for the flyer.
I have most of the information. There's just a couple of things that I'm waiting for, but like 99% is all confirmed.
Now, are they doing the all-day ride bracelet thing, or?
That's the thing that I don't know yet.
Okay, so you got to wait for that before you can post the flyer.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. All right, so last two tidbits, and then we'll get the hell out of here. There is a flyer. I did not print it out because I'm an idiot. But August 26th is Boulder Fest at Lake Compounce. It's $45 for Ace members, but if you have a season's pass, it's a $20 discount. If you don't have the parking pass, there's free parking, you pay, you go to the main gate, and they give you your money back. There is ERT on the log flume, the Wildcat, Phobia, Boulder Dash. There's the amazing buffet. If you've not had a Lake Compounce Coaster Enthusiast event buffet, you are missing out. It is amazing. And then I didn't look at the price. I didn't look at the flyer for Quasi, but the next day is a Somerset send-off at Quasi on a Sunday. So if we decide to do that, Luco, I think we should get a hotel. Because I don't want to drive an hour and a half back and then drive 2 hours back when I'd have to be there in the morning, and then you know how it is.
Or maybe you can get a campground at Lake Compounce.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. So I will. The next show, I will get the flyers to go over all the information. But I wanted to get that info out. Luca will get the flyers ready, and then we'll talk about that. I have no idea what we're going to talk about next week.
Well, next week I think there won't be a show because of Pintastic.
Oh yeah, there's not going to be a show next week because of Pintastic. I mean, the month of June really sucked for shows. There was only 2.
Yeah.
Well, no, there was 3. Because originally I wasn't going to do one, but then I joined in on it on the last one. Because of Devin's promotion graduation thing. But we will have live coverage from Pintastic next week. So those that will like to check out the pinball stuff, we're going to live stream through the whole joint so you can see it. We're going to take video and do all kinds of stuff so you can see all the cool stuff. We're going to handle it all. It'll be good. So yeah, you won't be able to join us at 9 p.m. next week. But we'll be back the week after. So yeah, we'll talk about Pintastic. We'll talk more about Rhode Island Comic Con. Because they just also announced today Freddie Prinze Jr. If you don't know who he is, if you've seen the live-action Scooby-Doo movies, he was Fred. And his wife was, what the hell is it? Is it Daphne? Yeah, because isn't Velma... Yeah, there's a Velma. She's the nerdy one. But anyway, but the chick that played Velma in the movies, she's hot in real life. Believe it or not, they nerded her all up. They made her look homely. She's not homely in real life. But anyway, so, all right, so, much respect to Bumper Car Jack, because he died, that sucks. He was a cool little old man, and we will be back in 2 weeks, basically, 2 more Thursdays, talk about Pintastic, whatever news comes up, maybe some other idiot will fall off a ride, and we can rant about that, and somebody said Hershey's already teasing about 2018. Hopefully we can find that out, and then we'll find out what other news decides to pop up, because now is about the time you should start looking around Six Flags New England. If anybody sees an orange marker laying around anywhere,
snap a picture.
Snap the picture, let me know. Because now that every time that I go to Six Flags New England, I am going to be I'm walking the entire park, obviously not in restricted areas, and I'm going to be looking from here until the announcements for orange, any markers, usually orange though. Sometimes they're yellow, but for sure orange. You're going to look everywhere. And my assumption for 2018 is probably going to be in the water park area. And if it is, you're not going to be able to see any construction markers because they're just going to expand in an area that hasn't been used yet. I think you're going to get a flat ride and you're going to get a water park. I honestly think you're going to get a wet and a dry ride next year. I don't think 2018 is going to be the Justice League. I think that's 2019. They spent a boatload of money this year because we were only supposed to get Holiday in the Park and Mind Eraser VR in the trains. Last minute, right before the announcements, they added the Joker. That was out of left field, and all the work that they've done, that they did. We were not supposed to get the Joker. That was a last minute. There you go. A nice little gift from Six Flags Corporate.
Oh, thank you, Six Flags.
So, but anyway, we're gonna get going, and I will see you guys all in 2 weeks. If anybody goes to Pintastic or gonna go, let me know. It's in Sturbridge, Mass. And look for the live thing. Say hi, and we'll see you soon. Thanks everybody for watching. Peace out, y'all.
Keep on coasting.